What do you think about the guy?
I mean,
both as a Canadian and as an American.
I think I understand how he's managed to, for lack of a better term, dupe the public. But I mean, you know, just that's the world we live in now. People are waiting to be programmed to be told how to think.
Who's a better duper, him or Biden?
I mean, Biden doesn't even know he's duping.
You're the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, I mean.
The ultimate duper, I guess.
I mean, listen, we're in bad shape. How about that, okay? We're in a country without any leadership, and it's not looking good on the horizon.
Now, you said something. You said I'm Canadian, so you're not going to vote anyway. So
I can't vote.
Right.
So that's why my opinion is moot and irrelevant. And if somebody wants to say fuck him, it's fair because I have no stake in this game. I'm the guy who has to just go along with whatever you guys are doing. So who I would think is best for the country is irrelevant. It doesn't matter what I think.
Let me ask a question just out of curiosity. Do you intentionally avoid the conversation of politics because
I'm ignorant to it.
But there's nothing about you that gives me ignorant vibes. But are you ignorant to it because it's a position of, look, man, I don't know what you're talking about, and then you may have some strong opinions behind closed doors, or is it no? I just don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't. I've never been a political guy. I don't get it. And there's people that study it and really know the ins and outs of it. And for me to have any conversation about it, I could be shut down with one argument. Like, I mean, you could pull up one point and I'll be done. You know what I mean? It's like some guy who's never boxed wants to get in the ring with me. I'm like, all right, well, or wants to do jiu-jitsu with me. I'm like, it's not going to be fair.
You know how it started for me? For me, the way it started, I hate politics because my parents got a divorce because of politics. One's a communist, one's an imperialist, and I'm like, there was nothing positive to me about politics as a kid.
That's how I feel about religion.
Okay, cool. And by the way, I was an atheist for the first 25 years of my life.
You should be.
I was an atheist.
You're born that way.
Yeah, but the point being, like, I get what you're saying. Trust me, I know all the arguments because I used to go debate Scientologists in L.A. I used to go to LDS and debate the Mormons, and I used to go to 7 Day, and I used to go to all these guys. Anyways, I don't want to go I want to stay on the political side. And then I brought the political side to the most basic thing for me. So, for example, you said you make $25 million, they take 50% off taxes, then your agent and your manager take 10 points on the $25 million, so that's $5 million, right? So now you're at $17.5 million.
No,
that's been taken off.
Yeah.
So then you got 5% goes to your CFO, your accountant, whatever that's $1.25 million. You're left with $6.25 million.
Yeah.
So versus for me, I sat there and I'm like, okay, who can do more with the 50%, the $12.5 million I went to the government? Can you do more with the $12.5 million or the government?
Well, I think I can do more for me.
That's the point.
You know what I mean?
But even with you, and then what happens if you do more for you? Do you do more for
others?
Others.
I do.
Yeah. But I think naturally you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Naturally. So that's the most basic part of politics for me. Mm-hmm. The most basic part of politics for me started off with economy, where it's kind of like, so let me get this straight. You want to take how much money from Elon? So would I rather have Elon get $50 billion or the government get $50 billion? You just gave that guy in Ukraine $200 billion. Is Ukraine going to do better with the money than Elon is? Give that $200 billion to this guy. Why are you? It was so basic mathematically. And then the social stuff, like right now when I'm talking to you, say my 11-year-old daughter comes telling me I want to be a boy. Yeah, no, right? And then, you know what? I don't like boys. I'm a lesbian. Oh, that's great, right? Less dick is better, whatever you say. Okay. And it's like, oh, now I like both. Okay, the way you're going, you're eventually going to like this. Now, maybe me as a conservative, when it comes down to the way I want to raise my kids, I may sit there and say, okay, cool. We're not the same in that area. But I also understand I don't want to live in California because I think a lot of the influence is coming from the schools in California. Mm-hmm. You're okay being there. I lived there 24 years.
I'm not okay. I'm stuck there.
I know. And you kind of have to because you're in the space, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so even just your answer right now reveals a little bit that you're not fully supportive of it. But
I'm definitely not.
But because you're in that world, you are a comedian. California had Ice Cube here a month ago or something like that. I said, so are you really going to live and die in LA? And he says, yeah, I'm West Side. I'm West Coast. I'm California. I am California. He's right.
Yeah,
you think Ice Cube? Can you imagine Ice Cube moving to Texas?
Yeah.
I would sit there and say, what are you doing moving to Texas?
I mean, Ice-T moved back to New Jersey.
Yeah.
But Ice-T's originally from New Jersey, so.
That one, and by the way, Ice-T is also very much political in his own way. He'll talk politics in a big way. But but going back to it, when I think economy, I think purely that. And then I go to which side wants to take more money away from you and give it to Zelensky. Whoever wants to do that more, I don't want to be part of that side.
But, I mean, that's also, again, you're playing the game of wolf in sheep's clothing. This one's going to sell you, this guy's going to tell you, we're going to do this, but he's not really going to do this. Nobody's going to do anything. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
Everybody comes in with these great talking
I get
points,
that. But if there's one thing that you and I know for a fact.
Like, I'll tell you this about Trump. Yeah. One of the reasons that he irritated me, and I have friends who love him to death, and and I will never talk politics with them because I don't have any strong points, and their feelings are based on whatever they're based on. I can't hold it against anybody, and I think the minute you do that, you're going to lose the battle yourself.
No question. Yeah.
And but what he did do, because he had a hard-on for California when he was president, he took away certain things from California that were really helping me. You used to be able to write off your 100% of your interest on your mortgage.
Right.
Got rid of that. Now you're fucked again. I mean, you're just like, he's like taking like.
For a guy that's in real estate, by the way. So that was kind of surprising to the real estate industry.
Because he was mad at them.
Right.
And I don't think as the leader of a country, you can't be mad at any parts of your country.
But, however, to flip on that, let me tell you what did happen, right? For even anybody that's in the world of business, capital gains he took from 39 to 20. I mean, you know how much that was? So you capital gains from 39 to 20, you making $100 million. Now you're keeping 80 million of it versus you used to only keep 60 million of it.
No, that's great.
That is massive.
You know they have that mansion tax in California now?
I know, and you got gas tax. How much gas tax you guys got?
Gas tax. I haven't been home in 2 months, but last I was there, like gas was $6.50.
It's a little ridiculous
it's
what some guy's doing.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, so how do you feel about Elon Musk? What do you think about Musk?
I think Elon Musk is a fucking genius. He's a dreamer who knows how to make things happen. He's definitely high on the autism scale, but in a good way. Does he do goofy things? Yeah, but everybody's going to do something stupid at some point or considered goofy or whatever you're going to call it. Nobody's going to live this model life that we're expecting people to live. Everybody has a side of them that's going to be disagreeable with. But
the way I would think about it with him.
He's never driven by money.
No, he's not. I agree.
There's no amount of money that could drive that man.
Do you think Rogan's driven by money?
No, not at all.
I agree. So watch this. Do you think both of them 10 years ago were probably on the left, liberals?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Rogan was Bernie Sanders. Rogan was a legalized
Rogan's
marijuana.
not right either.
No, I never said he's right.
Yeah, he's right in the middle.
He's for sure not right. I'll tell you that he's for sure not right. But here's how I process it. You know, when a person comes and interviews for a job, okay, or you date somebody, you've had girlfriends, right? When you date somebody, right? And if a girl you're on a date with, you guys are getting serious, if she trashes her previous 3 boyfriends, you're going to be the 4th, right?
Right.
If a friend of yours says, dude, fucking my boss is the worst I've ever had, piece of shit guy, really? You said that about the other guy in the mortgage company. You got to figure out when the common denominator is you. Right.
Like I know, I look at all my past relationships, and I look at how they all started and how they all ended.
Some of them us, some of them them.
I would tend to say it was 99% me who caused them to become this way, because they didn't start off that way. They somehow they ended up that way. And I guess that I enabled that behavior and probably drove them towards that behavior.
But let me tell you, man, most guys can't say what you just said. That's not an easy thing to say.
I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong.
But that's why you're likable, bro. This is like the part why there is nothing to not like about you. You're the guy that everybody likes because...
Not online. People can't stand me.
Well, maybe some of the...
People comment, fuck this guy. I hate this guy. I can't stand this guy.
I don't know, bro. Even right now, like people want to see you, hear you, all this stuff. But no, I'm going more from the standpoint for me when it comes down to the example I give about the 3 X's. Or the 3, these jobs suck and it's all the same. Dude, how does Newsom lose Rogan and Musk? How do you lose those guys?
Well, Newsom's terrible.
Yeah, how do you lose? And then how do you?
You know, a great drinking game is when you watch a Newsom speech, and every time he says you take a shot, you'll be fucking hammered within 3 minutes.
So it's actually a pretty good drinking game.
Yeah,
if you want.
That's what I always say that whenever he's talking. And so, I'm like,
he's so good, though.
I get it. You're a good-looking guy, but that's it. This isn't a movie.
So
this is real life.
So, you know, that's the part.
And he's Nancy's nephew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relation. Obviously, there's no nepotism going on. There's no favor.
And he's part of the Getty family, right?
Don't jump to conclusion just because this is a very intellectual Californian that he's loved by the people of California.
No, he's definitely not.
You know, this guy lost $1 trillion of money under management that left the state of California last 4 years.
Yeah, and he's done nothing to make people want to come back or stay. He's making it worse.
But that goes back to the idea of when you're saying Trump versus, Kamala or any of this stuff. To me, it goes basics to economy. You lost 2 people due to economy. And Elon Musk, he says, I got a vengeance to get back to these guys because what did he say about his losing his son? What was he said he's dead to me. What's the word? Dead something?
Well, he said that his son, the woke mind virus, had killed his son, and he was setting out to destroy the woke mind virus.
And he's talking about California Newsom. So I mean, some of these policies you go back and forth and you look at it. Like, listen, man, I don't care whether you're faking because you want to get a lot of eyeballs, or you're entertaining, you're doing this, you're doing that. When it comes down to the most basic thing, I feel you're going to do more with money than the government's going to do. Some people feel they're going to do more with your money than you're going to do. I feel you know what's best for your family, and we should put more of the money in your pocket. I think it's that basic for me.
For me, I think that would be great too, And there's a reason a lot of people are getting out of America in general. They're going to Puerto Rico. They're going to the UAE.
Puerto Rico is somewhat America, though.
I know, but you got that 4% over there.
Yeah, 420.
Right?
The tax thing. 4%.
And all you have to do is make a $10,000 investment on the island.
But the question is, what kind of comedy do they have in Puerto Rico? And do you want to go through Hurricane Jose every year?
I'm good with Hurricane Jose.
All right, then maybe listen. Let's start a comedy club in Puerto Rico.
It's not the first Hispanic to blow me.
See, that's the gift. That's the gift that just comes like this.
That don't come like that. You got to suck on it for a little bit. But
that's again another one for you. That's 2. By the way, so what do you think about the JT of Canada, Justin Trudeau? What do you think about the guy? Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not there enough to even understand what's happening. All I just keep hearing is everybody's voices saying, "Fuck this guy. He's terrible. Get rid of him." And I don't know. I mean, I just know him as a guy. I just know him to be Justin, he's born on Christmas. Wow. Who would have known Castro's kid was born on Christmas?
Have you ever seen the pictures?
I've seen the pictures.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't look like his dad, that's for sure.
No.
And I know what his dad looked like.
Are you speculating or?
I mean, I'm just
stating facts?
I'm just stating what I've heard over the internet.
Wow. I mean, it's just too much.
Wow.
Look at the tip of the nose.
Not even that. The eyes, the way they hit the same way on especially the left eye. That is pretty wild.
But somebody could say they don't.
Maybe that's why he doesn't grow a beard.
Case study. We'll give you $1 million to grow a beard for 90 days. And then let's put it next to each other. See what happens. Yeah, Canada also goes through the same thing with politically. They got a guy right now. Are you following this new guy named Pierre Polier or whatever?
No, I don't. I literally don't know what's going on in Canada
at all. So you're fully disconnected.
Yeah, I've never been connected to the politics.
In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear, and this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Valuetainment? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on the link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.